Hey guys, thanks for watching Talkin' Mess. Hope you enjoyed Men from Last Night. A little schadenfreude there for you. I am on set right now playing a reporter in another web series called Gringolandia, and it's actually a really popular South American web series. I play a reporter giving you up-to-date breaking news about a hot dog cart. This is probably going to be my breakout role. Hot Mess this week, we thought we'd do something a little bit different and share with you something else from the entire cast, which was our live interview we did at the Norwood Club for a premiere party a few months ago.
Also, hey, cool name dropping. You saw Catherine Cates. You guys might recognize her from Orange is the New Black. She plays Jason Biggs' mom on the show. We thought she was famous, but still, we're counting it as a celebrity appearance. You do what you can. You do what you can.
I actually have a question.
Yes.
Aside from knowing you girls, well, two of you girls personally.
Oh yeah, so not the entire cast is here. Can I just introduce them? Sorry, Miranda Childs. Kellyanne Coogan, who wrote, starred, and also that's her song. That's her song. Our first Smash member, Yassi Jackson. And Thursday Tolkien, my co-producer and right hand.
Off the top of your head, if you can recall, is there any story that you actually turned down?
Oh God, yes. Well, we have one. I'm just reporting in case we want to use this. So, so we have a taxi cab series. We talk about taxi cab series.
We have a whole taxi cab series that's just too expensive to produce.
We need a cab driver for like 7 days, just running the meter, saying really inappropriate things to people.
We would need a taxi cab actor. If anyone knows one.
I mean, some highlights from that are what? Like a guy.
So,
yours is really good.
Yeah, I left my wallet at a theater, and I got a cab home. And when I got home, I realized I didn't have my wallet with me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm really sorry, I don't have my wallet with me. I left it at the theater. And the guy was like, well, do you have money in your apartment? And I was like, no, it's in my wallet. And my wallet's at the theater. And I was like, can you please just drive me back to the theater? And I will totally pay for everything, the there and the back and everything, because I feel so bad. And also, I need my wallet. And it's at the theater. And he said, well, if I take you to the theater, you're just going to run in and leave, and you're never going to come back and pay. And I was like, no, I won't. I'll leave something as collateral. I'll leave my phone with you. And so on the way, he started to drive me back. I lived in Harlem at the time, so he started to drive me back downtown. And I had my phone with me, and I'm dialing the theater, and my phone dies. And I was like, already crying because it was just so upsetting, the whole situation. And I was like, sir, my phone just died, and I can't tell him to stay in the theater or something. And he was like, get out. And it was on the FDR.
Oh,
And I was like, okay. So I got out, and I walked home.
You walked to Harlem from the FDR.
Crying. With a dead cell phone and no wallet. And so that's funny, right?
Yeah. I think, the big one is the ultimate one. It's actually how we paid for season 1, is that I used to work at a gym, and I was in an incident where a television fell out of the ceiling, like an 80-pounder fell out of the ceiling and hit me in the face. Which it was really not funny at the time, but afterwards we had so many laughs about it, honestly, and everything that happened subsequently from that has been hilarious. But it actually, that hot mess resulted in a settlement which paid for season 1. How did you produce the show? I'm like, oh, television fell on Amy's head and she made the show. We can't really ever film that, and this would be a horror movie style, I don't really know, but everyone just feels sorry for me, and I was like, no, it's funny now. I'm all good. So yeah, does anyone else have a hot mess story that's
I have one about poop, but I think maybe
Let me step our game a little bit. Production value. We need props and special effects. Fantastic. Miranda, also, I guess the funny thing too, Miranda, the massage guy, you have a friend who calls you and offers you free massages all the time?
No, I won a free massage in a raffle, and the guy came to my house to give me the massage, and so what he did, he was like a traveling masseuse, and we had other masseuses in our house who gave normal massages, so I didn't think it was that weird, but so he's in my bedroom, and I'm on his massage table, and everything was going fine, but he's kind of like getting a little like complimentary, and he like asked me something. He's like, "Your boyfriend's very lucky," or something like that. And then after the massage, he called me to check on me and like make sure I was like drinking enough water. But then he's like, "So if you want, you know." Oh, also I tried to tip him, and he refused my tip for the free massage that he'd driven like from New Jersey to give me. And he called me after the massage, and he was like, "If you want, I can give you another free massage sometime."
Hasn't he called like 3 times now to offer you the free massage?
He called me like a few times, I think, that day.
Oh, that's good. I like that. So, like, for example, that's a story we use as an opening line in a different episode where Miranda gets flashed by a person, which you'll see later on. So we'll often combine smaller stories to go with larger stories to make up a full episode. And that's the idea of this sort of idea of scripted nonfiction, that you could create an entire episode that feels like it's the fiction of friends and girls and Sex and the City, but everything you see is true. And we really believe in that. And that's kind of the mission of the show. As silly as it may look, it does have a something behind it. So.
It's all based on trauma.
Out of pain, there's growth, right? Out of pain, there's growth.
That's right, Amy.
This is a TED question.
I think, girls, you are absolutely terrific. This is fun.
Thank you.
This is fun. This is not fake. It's coming from a truthful place.
Oh, thank you.
It's so fucking fantastic. There's no reason to hold back when you're so good.
Oh, well, thank you.
You see, so you girls are like, it's just how you girls met. I'm kind of like wondering how you girls met each other.
Oh, okay. So Sherry and I worked at Clay, the television. And she was there that morning, I think.
I was there that morning. That was Halloween.
That was Halloween of 2005. And that was the best part, is I was like, oh my god, it's blood. Oh my god, it's so appropriate. Anyway, so Sherry and I at Halloween.
So we worked at this gym called Clay together. Amy worked at the front desk and I was a personal trainer. And I was just out of acting school and Amy is an actor. And so I was like, oh, I could personal train you if you coached me for auditions. And she was like, yes. So we kind of, got together and started messing around.
I still hate doing lunges. I'll never do them.
And then...
so that was sort of part of season 1, and Mary Catherine Reed, who you'll see in later episodes, the redhead who's been in the cast in season 1, who couldn't be here tonight, she and I went to undergrad together and were roommates and had lots of hijinks, and so she sort of became my friend of the ultimate stories of intoxication, so she became our drunk mess. And Sherry's character is sort of the one who just goes that extra mile every time, just a little bit too far. We sort of created Janine out of half Sherry's personality and half my sister, to be honest. And then we realized that we needed a blonde. And I was like, I want a blonde, that'd be fun. And then Sherry was in a musical with Miranda.
Sherry and I met in a musical about Charles Manson.
Miranda didn't continue. But she kept emailing me, much like a massage therapist. And she I want to be in Hot Mess. I want to be in Hot Mess. She stalked me. And I was like, okay, we'll do it.
And we had a meeting with her, and this is in a talking mess in season 2, you'll see it. But the best part, can I tell them this?
Yeah.
So we met Miranda, and I had never met her before, and she had a large piece of spinach covering one of her teeth. And I thought she was missing a tooth. She was so lovely that I was like, I can't not cast a lovely, beautiful actress interested in the show because she's missing a tooth. I can't be that kind of person. And when she came to set the first day, I was like, oh my god, you have all your teeth! That's the ballad of Miranda. And then I'm really proud of that.
Equal opportunity.
I'm really glad you have all your teeth. And then Molly and I were in a 2-person acting class together. At the time, you were a terrible woman, and you had the best effing stories.
I basically used our class as a group therapy.
It was to get through.
So my monologue basically consisted of me coming in and be like, oh my god, today I had to carry your pee to the doctor. Whatever.
That also happened. Yeah, we actually ended up shooting some of that, which you can find in the Hot Mess archives. Molly played herself and the woman. I don't think you Hot Mess, we watched the show since 2009, but you'll have. Do you want to do an impression for them of her?
No, God.
She has PTSD. see. But there was episodes where there was like urination in the cab and you had to bring down paper towels. Am I correct? Yes.
And you were at an auction and she was like snorting.
She had a bag of coke. I had to auction off. She had a like really extensive photography collection, and I had to. We also subsequently had to sell her apartment, but I had to like auction off her Warhol and all of these things that she had, and we did it at Christie's, and we were sitting in the back of the room. Now normally also like if you have an auction of your belongings from an estate or whatever it is, usually you don't attend your own auction. Like mistake number one. She was dead set on showing up, and so I went with her and we were like sitting in the back, and she also had a cocaine problem, and all of a sudden I like look over and I told her that she had to sit on her hands because I didn't want her to bid on her own stuff. A very healthy relationship. And all of a sudden she was like rifling around in her bag and she was like sticking her finger in her mouth. I was like, what are you doing? And all of a sudden I looked, she was like rubbing blow on her gums. And I was like, as opposed to being like, I'm quitting and leaving you. So that was shining.
The quitting abusive jobs, I feel like that's the next step for us, for sure.
And the winner.
Lastly, our addition to season 3 is Yasha. Yasha, you met Mary, our redhead, on set for something, right?
We were doing, we were shooting 3 days of a commercial for this like American/Chinese Motorola iPad Fusion. And if you know about commercials, you do whatever they say you do. And I was cast with, you know, a cast of, I had a white husband.
Oh, nice.
And he was really hot, and his name was Stash, and I'm Yash. It was like Stash and Yash. And so they had it. And so, you know, she's like my redhead me. I just love her so much in the commercial. But they had us shooting the Chinese version of like me and my husband. Like, it was like, in China, you wouldn't really be, you know, like this. You have to be over there, and like, since you're black and you're white, you have to sit here and go, oh, I know you. So in our 3 days shooting for Motorola, which didn't get picked up, it was just too, and then there was an Asian, it was just too much realness happening. Too much cultural realness. You know, just scratch it. Motorola. So yeah, so that's how I met.
So you met Marianne, and you watched some of her hot mess, and you
yes, and I watched some of her, oh my gosh, and she's like the funniest person I ever met. So when she was like, hey, I thought about you, I was like, well, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah.
So I auditioned and I
she blew us away. She was like, oh, I haven't read the script, and then she was outstanding. And we're like, will you please be on our show? You're so tall and beautiful.
I do like that.
And great. So Yasha's audition to season 3, and and then there's Julia Granacki, who you'll meet, who was the dry waitress in season 2 of Under My Bread, where she's like barbecue Angus beef steak burger, ground turkey burger, and she had to read the menu on a bad date. And she was so funny, and she directed a bunch of episodes that were like, you have to be our sort of like snarky, I hate everyone character. So she came on in season 3 as well.
She's the one who is in No Bra, No Shoes, No Story.
Yes. We also have some guest writers here. I don't just write the show. We have people coming on. We have Chad Callahan, who wrote Angel of Carla. Who had her sandwich dropped in a plant. She's written part of our season finale. So, who wrote Dropping Anchor and Crack Cocaine House. Crack Castle. Yeah, and a bunch of other friends. People. There's Jackie, who was in Fire, where I burned my eyebrows off in season 1.
I love that one.
Yeah, that was our kitchen. Go team. It really happened. So yeah.
Shopping for him. And then should we introduce Ken?
Oh my God, Ken Count, our DP! Stand up! Bill Wadden, who took the caution tape photo. That Claude Bauchinger is my editing, post-production god, who's helping me like not suck anymore. Big round of applause.
Matt are here.
Yes, Matt. Stand up if you're in the cast. Stand up. There we go. Does anyone want to go get a drink?
The bar is open downstairs, so just one flight on the stairs here,
Don't
or
fall.
you must take the elevator and take it, but it's again one flight.
All right.
Stay tuned for my cameo on Gringolandia and more episodes of Hot Mess. We'll see you soon. Bye!